On a day when only the toughest will stay alive, we're not afraid. We believe.
Maya Brady, home run!
We're here to reach for a new form of perfection. Actually, we're here to define it.
The Oklahoma Sooners, they are going to have to claw their way back.
Are we brash? Sure, but we have the scars to prove that we can back up our words with the loudest declaration there is: action.
Line to the left center field.
That's how we win. Today, we're digging in because we're not going anywhere. So you gotta bring the attitude, bring the sass, get dirty, scream, never stop fighting for you, for us. Be your perfectly imperfect self and believe.
Welcome to the NCAA Women's College World Series, presented by Capital One. Depending on where your feet are planted, late night or early morning. Elimination Saturday spilling into Sunday. One last drink from the cup, and then it's game time. 3 teams are into the semis tomorrow. JMU Oklahoma will get us started at 1 Eastern. Alabama awaits the winner of our matchup tonight. And we welcome you back to Hall of Fame Stadium. I'm Beth Mullins, along with our Hall of Famers. We've got Jessica Mendoza, and we've got Michelle Smith. Holly Rowe is with us as well tonight. It's been a long time coming after a lengthy rain delay earlier today. There's been a lot of waiting and standing around, but it's go time for a Florida State team that has already played once and already had a walk-off win today.
It's kind of what Florida State does. They don't score a lot of hits, a lot of runs, but throughout the regular season, this has been their MO. You hear the cliche all the time. It's about the timely hit, and that was Danny Morgan. She had a 3-run shot. It doesn't matter how many you get, it's when you get them, and that is Florida State. They've hit 250 all season long, only the 43 home runs, but they get them when they matter, and that's how they've gotten here.
And they use their veterans, not only Danny Morgan, but it was Cassidy Davis who had the walk-off winner in the bottom of the 7th as they rallied for the win. For Oklahoma State, well, they played and lost last night, so it's been a long day trying to get ready. And for their sake, Smitty, they are hoping the bats will come alive a little bit.
Yeah, well, Beth and Jess, this is an Oklahoma State team that usually comes out with pistols firing, but they have not been able to do that here. A batting average over 300 in the regular season, 93 home runs as well, 4 hitters with double-digit home runs. But in this College World Series, look at the batting average, under 200 production, 2 runs a game, so they're really going to need to put some runs up on the board to help that pitching staff out for Oklahoma State.
All season long, they've been fighting to get here to the Women's College World Series. One more night to try and make it to the national semifinals for Florida State and Oklahoma State. How about the Capital One starting lineups? And a look at the Seminoles of Florida State, the 10 seed. They'll be the visitors. Danny Morgan highlighted there because of the 3-run home run today and the come-from-behind win over Arizona. 5 players in that lineup that are back from their 2018 national championship team. They made a run out of the losers bracket that year to win it all. Can they pull it off again? Winner of this one will meet Alabama tomorrow afternoon. And Oklahoma State is counting on Kelly Maxwell in her 18th start of the year, the sophomore from Friendswood, Texas.
Maxwell, the lefty, has been really having a breakout year. Great movement from that left side. Love the fact that she only has 33 walks on the year, 142 strikeouts. It's all about the spin for the lefty and the way that she can run the pitch on the outside corner. Has that backdoor curveball that she uses away from the righty, so she'll start it almost in that left-handed batter's box and put it back into the zone, expands the zone. Look at the way that she continues to chip away on that outside corner. And so she will stretch that zone and make you chase when she is on.
15-4 on the season. A good compliment to Carrie Eberly, the Big 12 Pitcher of the Year, who got the start in the first 2 games here at the Women's College World Series. And Kelly, a couple of innings work in the JMU loss. Lonnie Alameda in her 13th season as the head coach at Florida State. 600 wins in Tallahassee. This is her 4th trip to the Women's College World Series in 7 years. And down in the dugout blowing the bubble is Kenny Gajewski. 2nd appearance as the head coach at Oklahoma State on Tim Walton's Florida staff for a pair of national championships in Gainesville with the Florida Gators. And we are underway. Our final elimination game of the day. It's Kaylee Mudge, the freshman from Winter Springs, Florida, to lead things off. Left side and into foul territory. 1 down as Kylie Naomi makes the grab. Late start tonight, courtesy of about a 2-hour and 17-minute weather delay before the start of our night session. Let's push the timetable back.
Ball that's in.
Sydney Sherrill looking for her first hit at the Women's College World Series from nearby Moore, Oklahoma, 2-time All-American and a member of the All-Women's College World Series team in 2018. Into the crowd and a terrific grab, front row. Hugs all around.
I love the amount of girls we have seen bring their gloves to the ballpark and be ready. I mean, she's been dreaming about that, waiting for that foul ball. And then completing the catch.
Yes. It's a Florida State team that won the regional, then had to hit the road in the Supers where they upset the 7-seed LSU in Tiger Park in Baton Rouge. Overcoming some regular season struggles at the plate, but as Lonnie Alameda has said, they just keep figuring out ways to win. It doesn't have to be a lot of hits, just the timely ones, as you heard the women talking about in our 7 Innings Live studio pregame. They had the timely ones this afternoon. There's a look at Lonnie.
It's been rare that we've seen in this World Series, you know, the lead change until this morning. Arizona taking that early lead, kind of looked like they were going to hold on to it, and then Danny Morgan, the big shot.
There's a 1-2 pitch.
Walk-offs. Big part of how they won in 2018. The long ball. Not as much power this year. 43 home runs. That year they were bashing it, but still a very speedy Seminole team. 110 stolen bases.
Right back up the middle and a base hit for Sherrill.
It's got to feel good for the senior. When you're hitless here, you just want that one. Just to know, okay, I'm on the board.
Elizabeth Mason, the first baseman, and another Seminole with ties to the title team. Senior from Tampa. She hit 2 home runs and drove in 9 in the 2018 tournament.
Ball that
They
time.
have accomplished the first part of the task, Smitty, to the teams that are struggling to put some hits together. Get them on, get them over, get them in. And you got Sherrill on.
That's what it's all about. I used to have the saying when you're in travel ball, get the first runner on, you bunt her over, you get a base hit, that's all. You know, if you don't have to bunt her over, you steal her over, and that's what the Seminoles do. 111 stolen base on the year.
As the most of all the World Series teams that are here. See Sydney Sherrill get a good jump. Second base coming over to tag. A little unusual. Usually it's a shortstop. Makes it a tougher tag.
They will challenge Reagan right behind the dish all night if they get people on. Senior transfer from UT Arlington, Burleson, Texas.
Lizzie Mason, a part of the Clearwater Bombers youth organization, used to come to my holiday camp when Kenny Gajewski would be working the camp with me when he was an assistant at Florida. Very familiar foes out there on the field.
They've got a lot going on around that athletic department. The hope is that the funds will be found to upgrade the softball stadium. It's a program that has risen back to the top. Back-to-back trips to the Women's College World Series. And the strikeout of Mason, 2 down.
Maxwell just painting that outside corner, went all outside against Lizzie Mason, who's blown a bubble as she takes a cut at this backdoor curveball. I guess that means you're nice and relaxed in the box. You'll see the bubble.
I don't know we've ever seen that before.
No. But back to your point, Beth, about Oklahoma State. Yeah, absolutely. Brand new president coming in, first ever female president, Dr. Casey Schrum, coming in for Oklahoma State University. Played softball herself, was a pitcher.
Yes,
that
knew I
always
liked her.
helps. Yeah.
Went to Cowgirl softball camps, and big supporter of this program, and really looking to build Kenny Gajewski and company a new stadium, well deserved for them.
Cassidy Davis, who had the walk-off hit to win the game this afternoon and eliminate the Arizona Wildcats. 0-2 pitch.
Strike 3.
Called strike 3 and the punch out. Oklahoma State picking up the bats when we come back. Bottom 1. Kelly Maxwell's spinning it. Lineup brought to you by Capital One. And Oklahoma State ready to go to work, led by Sydney Pennington. 13 home runs on the season for the senior. And their career home run leader, starting over 200 games in her career. It's a lineup that has some punch. New school record for home runs this season. And they will face Catherine Sandercock, her 23rd start of the year. She's 25-3, the rangy sophomore from McLean, Virginia.
Ball.
10 hits, 9 runs batted in for Kylie Naomi, the junior. In the leadoff spot and shortstop. Runners up in the Big 12 conference this year behind Oklahoma, their best conference season that they've had in Big 12 play. 6 top 10 wins, including one of the 3 teams that have beaten the Sooners this year. And they've had a good combination, top 20 in the country in both earned run average and runs scored. Well balanced. just trying to get a little buzz going with the bats that have been quieter than usual in the World Series.
It's always that important component. You gotta have the pitching and the defense, but it's that timely hitting that every coach will tell you that helps you win those national championships.
Went for the rise. One down.
Catherine Sandercock, known for her drop ball. She'll move it down through the zone. Look at that movement from the front of the dish to the dirt. But it's her rise ball that she will sneak underneath the hands. Very versatile, great movement. She doesn't throw through her spin and picks up her first strikeout against Naomi on that rise ball. Got to be able to protect.
Cheyenne Factor, center fielder who has a home run from their opening game win. Beat Georgia Thursday 3-2.
This was a big one because it was early. Cheyenne Factor. This is what the Pokes will do. They like the long ball. They got a lot of hitters in this lineup that can do it. Doesn't that feel like it was weeks ago?
I know. A long day here at the World Series. Cheyenne's 6th home run. They have 4 players with double digits. 93 as a team on the year. And lines it to second. 2 down. Devin Flaherty going up to get it.
Now batting first base, number 1, Allison February.
Allison February, the first baseman, stepping in on the left side out of Peachtree City, Georgia. Two for 6 so far at the Women's College World Series. 400 hitter on the year.
February's on the plate. She had that back foot really on the line, toes on the line. And I love that Catherine Sandercock not afraid to just come inside. A lot of times pitchers are afraid when they're crowding.
0-2 pitch. Pretty much the same spot got her. Couple of strikeouts for Sandercock. An inning in the books. Scoreless. This was the scene earlier tonight, and the disappearance of downtown due to the weather front moving in. Rains got heavy for a bit, and we were delayed to start our night games for over 2 hours, and then the tarp finally came off. And we're playing ball. Let's check in with Holly Rowe.
We are playing ball, but neither head coach here tonight is really that happy about it. I spoke with Lonnie Alameda, and she said both she and Kenny Gajewski got together and met about it, but they didn't really know what to do as coaches. They think it's too late to be playing, but the options are not great. If they don't play tonight, that would force one team to have to play possibly 3 games tomorrow. So one of the things they want is to start having a conversation about building in some extra days here at the World Series, so when weather does become an issue, these student athletes aren't put into a bad position. Lonnie Alameda said starting a game close to midnight, that's not in the best interest of student welfare.
Well, especially when you got to come back tomorrow, Holly, like you mentioned, and play games. I've worked the College World Series in Omaha. Same 8 teams, very different format. In fact, they have double the amount of days. They stretch it out, and it even allows when there are rain delays that you have that cushion so you're not playing through the middle of the night. We've done that a few times here in Oklahoma City.
Well, that is the hope as we move forward, and certainly the coaches are on board with that.
Ball that's in.
They've been fighting for years to at least try and get a day in between the semifinals and game 1 of the Champ Series. Actually, the very first year we played the Champ Series, 2005, Michigan, I remember playing early into the morning and then had to, on a short day, start the Champ Series, which they lost game 1 to UCLA and then rallied to win games 2 and 3. But that was a tough spot to be in.
Well, that's when you want to play your best softball. You're playing for a national championship.
And show it to the country, right?
Of course, we got our biggest ratings, the championships. Keep going up and up.
Devin Flaherty leading things off here, 5, 6, and 7 in the second inning for the Noles. It was a great year for the ACC. Although from the Noles' perspective, after 7 straight ACC championships, the depth, the quality, so much better. Clemson winning the regular season title, and then Duke winning the conference tournament. But they helped Florida State get better and make this run as the 10 seed.
I think the ACC network, all the new stadiums, Iron forges iron. The better the teams get, the better the conference gets, and it just keeps on rolling.
2-2 pitch. And the strikeout for Maxwell. 3 in a row for Kelly. 1 down.
Kelly Maxwell can make this pitch disappear under your bat. That is a backdoor curveball that she can elevate or she can take down in the zone. And look at the drop on that, the way it gets down into the dirt. Megan Wright doing a good job of making sure she gets the glove underneath that.
8 strikeouts now in 3 1/3 innings of work for Kelly. This is Kaylee Harding.
She's chewing the gum too. Mason blowing a bubble mid-swing.
Yep, she went.
Ronnie Alameda and her staff brought in a terrific freshman class, highlighted by Janai Kerr, who was hurt early in the season. Harding stepped up, made the All-ACC freshman team. To go outside for it, 4 straight. 2 down.
And Maxwell continues to live on the edges, especially that arm side. So you can just see the way that she works on the outside corner. And she says, all right, I got you to whiff at the setup. I'm going to take you even further outside of that strike zone, expanding it.
Snuck that one in the back door with the curveball. And that'll bring up Danny Morgan. A 3-run home run in the 6th inning to help the Noles beat Arizona. Out of Noonan, Georgia.
I talked to Kenny Gajewski earlier today. He said this was going to be a great opportunity for Maxwell to get out there. Just a sophomore, future of this program, and important for her to get this experience starting the game here at the Women's College World Series.
strikeouts in a row for Kelly Maxwell as she strikes out the side in the second at a good start.
The NCAA Women's College World Series is presented by Capital One. What's in your wallet? And in part by Liberty Mutual Insurance. Only pay for what you need.
Well, thanks for hanging out with us early on this Sunday morning. After midnight local time here in Oklahoma City, our final elimination game. Winner is into the national semifinals and a matchup with Alabama tomorrow.
That's out.
Catherine Sandercock to work with Haley Busby, the right fielder. 19 home runs. Sam Shaw's 20 a couple of years ago, the school record for a single season. As she backflipped her way into the Women's College World Series.
Tall, the stances of Haley Busby. Kind of unique. If you talk to Kenny Gajewski, the Oklahoma State staff, they're all about getting in your legs. Busby came in and said, no, I like staying tall, but if you look at some of the other hitters, Allison Febri on the right, look how low she gets into her stance. That was one of the biggest adjustments she made transferring from Georgia, allowed her to have a lot more power. Point is, they get to the same spot. So yes, Busby starts tall, Febri starts low. As long as you get to that same slot position, though, you can still crush some home runs.
Got Busby to chase it out of the zone. One down. Third strikeout for Sandercock, so both pitchers having their way early.
Drop ball showing up at about 40 feet.
I'll bring up Sydney Pennington. I don't know if it's the late hour or the long wait, but the pitchers seem to be well ahead of the hitters here early on. The swings have not looked the sharpest for either side.
The hitters look very anxious instead of patient and disciplined.
Day started for Florida State. Remember, they've already played once, so our Holly Rowe did some snooping around and found out they got here about 10:30 local time this morning for their 2:30 game. Got back for some rest at the hotel, returned at 7:30 tonight, and then did not start their game until 4 hours later because of the weather delay. So they just started again here about half an hour or so ago, just prior to the midnight hour. First game of the day for OSU.
I think you're usually good on adrenaline. You come back, you feel it. A lot of these college athletes are late night. It's tomorrow.
Yeah, it's tomorrow.
Like anyone knows who's had a late night with a lot of adrenaline, a lot of energy. And not just tonight's game, but coming in early and all the prep.
Ball.
Get that softball hangover and you wake up the next day and you're like, oh man, I am tired.
Full count to Pennington. Sherrill charges. 2 down. With the Women's College World Series heading towards the championship finals. Best 2 out of 3. Game 1 is Monday night, 7 Eastern on ESPN. For more information, go to NCAA.com, the official online home for all 90 NCAA championships. JMU and Alabama in the driver's seats tomorrow. They do not have a loss 2-0 in our double elimination format. Dukes and Sooners tomorrow at 1 o'clock, and then the winner of this one gets Alabama right after. So not only would you like to win tonight, but you'd love to do it efficiently.
And to your point, Sandercock this morning, she did get the win. She threw 65 total pitches in that victory over Arizona. And so at some point, all those pitches start to be cumulative over the 3-4 day period.
Ball. 2-2. Fights that off on the inside.
Tell you what, Catherine Sandercock, not afraid to come inside. The way she gets in on the left-handed batter specifically, she'll do it with her drop, she'll do it with her curve. And it gets the bats going so quick. When you do that, then you have a hard time picking up spin, you have a hard time picking up off speed, rise balls, anything else.
Well, I'm calling pitches for her. It's Lonnie Alameda, who is one of the best pitch callers in the country.
But you look at the distance, Smitty, and I know you know this viewpoint better than anybody. Where these lefties are in the batter's box, there's not a whole lot of room because they're not giving her a lot of space there. And it's one thing to call the pitch. I don't see a lot of pitchers execute it.
Right.
But she's riding that line, that river, like you speak about, without hitting them and without putting it over the meat part of the plate. Pretty much right where the umpire's head is.
Ball, that's outside.
Yeah, and that's all about control, right? Ability to put the pitch on the corner or where you want it, and then command, make the ball do what you want it to do. Drop, curve, rise.
8th pitch of this at-bat.
Credit to Carly Petty. I mean, Kat keeps coming in there and she keeps battling her off, not hitting it hard, but fouling them off, taking the pitches that are not strikes, working this full count. 9th pitch of the at-bat. Coming.
Ball, that's high.
Heard the home plate umpire say ball. That one was high, so the walk. Jim Bertuzzi, Leah Bowen, Ron Alexander, Cameron Ellison are umpires tonight.
I think that's the top of the strike zone.
Yeah. Well, first, if I'm pitching, I want that pitch. But secondly, I think that's a hittable pitch as well. You can barrel that up.
But Petty's reaction was to duck. Like, yeah, she kind of lowered in her legs, I guess smartly, to kind of lower that strike zone instead of triggering to hit.
The catcher, Reagan Wright, takes a look at a strike. First base runner tonight with the 2-out walk for Oklahoma State.
Well, and early in the game, you're always trying to figure out the strike zone. That last pitch looked a little bit low. So, you know, some umpires have a lower zone, some have a higher zone. You have to figure that out.
And right back to Catherine. Side retired. Scoreless through 2 at the Women's College World Series. To the Women's College World Series here in Oklahoma City and out at Hall of Fame Stadium. An elimination game, Florida State and Oklahoma State, as we move to the top of the third. Just one hit combined. Each side has had a base runner, and that's it. Good work in the circle from Kat Sandercock and Kelly Maxwell. Kelly has struck out the last 5 Seminoles she has faced. 8, 9, and then 1 coming up. This is Anna Shelnutt. Another one of the members of the All-Women's College World Series team in their championship run. Anna hit a couple of home runs in the championship series in the win over Washington. And Shelnutt gets a hold of one. Deep and gone. Sixth of the season.
This might be the furthest ball we've seen hit out here in Oklahoma City this World Series. I mean, Anna Shelnutt gets one middle, and watch her just lay into this. Will it stay fair? She hit it so high. It took a second. It left the second fence. Thing got out of here.
Her first hit of the series and her first hit since the regionals back in Tallahassee.
On in that 2018 run, they called her postseason Anna, as she springboarded them through the ACC championship. Came back to beat Pitt, I believe it was.
Boy, the relief, the look on her face to finally break through. Did she bite her lip? It looked like she may have had a bloody mouth. On the run around the bases, hugs for everybody. You know, you love to see that your teammates struggle just as much as you do when things are going wrong, and they are just thrilled that she's cracking it once again. I think she may have.
She looks like she's gonna cry
on the hug right there. Wow, that is good stuff.
Nothing like home run therapy.
That's true.
1-0 Seminoles on the solo shot from the number 8 batter in the lineup. Here's Josie Muffley. Let's check in with Holly.
Well, guys, Anna Shelnutt, you see the emotion there after that big home run. I just want to give her a big shout out. Last year in February, she was hit in the face with a softball. It has damaged that right eye of hers. And I don't know if she can always see what she needs to see. She is just trying to gut through this. She's devoted so much to softball, playing with that damage to her eye. And finally, a World Series home run. Really cool to see for her, because I know she's overcome a lot and lost a lot because of this game.
Softball just got delivered to her parents. She is emotional and trying to keep it together right now. And her teammates picking her up.
And to Holly's point, the damage was so severe to her eye. Her eyes are now different colors. So it's really been difficult for her to come back. It's amazing that she can even still see well enough to hit. Has had a little bit of a drop in numbers.
And that's why you're seeing the emotion. It's not just struggling because you haven't hit or things aren't going your way. It's that struggle of, will I ever play again and be myself and be the hitter I know I can be? And that's all the emotion that she's trying to control right now.
Kelly Mudge, they're back around to the top.
Ball.
Now batting left fielder, number 6, Haley.
Muffley 10 stolen bases on the season. They did steal a base. Sydney Sherrill got one in the first. It's a team that loves to run, loves to get mischievous on the base paths. And there's a base knock. They're going to try and score the run on it, and they will. And a bad throw in from the outfield, and Muffley comes all the way around from first to score.
Look at the defense, the outfield running in. In fact, you see Chelsea Alexander in left field running as she sees the slap of Mudge. So she's cheating on that, thinking she's running through the box because of that. She pretty much takes away left center. And then the errant throw, third base for Kaylee Mudge. Remember, only having 14 starts coming into the World Series, Mudge. And Lonnie Alameda wanting to make a change, wanting to give her a chance, getting her in the lineup as a leadoff hitter.
I can't tell if that was indecision or if it was just a wet softball.
Combination.
Off the grass. Oh, look at the spray, yeah.
Water coming off the ball, yeah.
Wow. They pulled the tarp off the field. They dumped the water into the outfield. That's what you're seeing. A lot of water that was out there. We had a lot of rain, 2.5 hour delay for the game prior to this. All of it on the tarp, and you dump it out there. Kind of spread it out a little bit, but you can tell it's wet.
Line to first, and it's bobbled by Febri, who took her eye off the ball, thinking that she would be able to make a play on Mudge at home, and it's 3-0.
Well, this ball hit right at Febri, and you could tell she's thinking about making the play at home. Her head comes up, the ball squirts out, and has to settle for 3 unassisted, and the run comes across for the Noles. They're up by 3 now.
That's the down angle. Lonnie Alameda talked so much about when they were struggling early in the season. She changed practice, put a lot more pressure. They would do things like down angle batting practice, so the runners on base would just practice breaking as soon as that ball is hit into the ground. Puts the pressure on the defense. I mean, that's an easy out for Allison Febri, for Kaylee Mudge to be breaking on that because the ball was hit so hard. But when you see a runner breaking, your head and eyes are going to do what? They're going to come up and they're going to look at her. And that's exactly what happened on that play. It's the pressure they're putting on.
Home run, a walk, a double. And then the RBI on the 3 unassisted for Sherrill. Mason struck out in the first.
And to your point, Jess, this is a Florida State team that really did struggle, had a hard time putting runs up on the board, and they celebrated every little thing. You get the sacrifice down, they celebrated it. They had to take those little victories and then just continue to build momentum.
Mason tattoos that one. Solid contact for Lizzie.
Look at where this pitch is located. I mean, this is a pitcher's pitch. It's a rise ball. It's where you want it. It's up, it's away. It's not even a strike. Mason, watch the 3/4 swing. Just gets to contact, doesn't even swing all the way through. She's so strong. Saw that all the way. Poked it for a hit.
And Kenny Gajewski is going to his scorecard here. Talking to the home plate umpire, and now motions down to the bullpen, and a pitching change coming here for OSU. A 3-run third inning for the Seminoles, and they're not done yet. Back in a moment. New pitcher coming on, Lauren Simonek. 23rd appearance of the year for the senior out of Piedmont, Oklahoma. A couple of relief appearances in this NCAA tournament. Once in the Supers, once in the regionals. Just an inning of a third. Holly Rowe also reporting that during the change here, Carrie Eberly hustled out to the bullpen. And they may be looking to turn to her as well, as the Seminoles chase the starter, Kelly Maxwell, here with 1 out in the top of the third inning. Anna Shellnut started it all with the home run, the solo shot to begin the inning. Mudge and Sherrill have also driven in runs. This is Cassidy Davis, struck out in the first. Davis out to center. Cheyenne Factor is there, 2 down.
Florida State so aggressive right now. Usually a new pitcher gets in the game, you take a pitch, see a little bit. First pitch swinging, hit it hard, Cassidy Davis.
It's almost like Anna Shellnut's home run broke open the gates for the Noles. They're seeing it well. They're aggressive.
Ball, it's down and out.
Remember, this is a Florida State team that did not score a lot of runs throughout the season. They hit 250 as a team coming off of an Oklahoma game where we were talking just the opposite. But the point is they know how to play the game. They know how to put the pressure on. Lonnie Alameda, one of the best coaches.
Mason goes and gets it.
Well, they had 111 stolen bases now.
Actually 112, they had one earlier. Lizzie Mason going right into the bag. One of their assets, lots of speed through their entire lineup, and they are going to take advantage.
Runner in scoring position for Flaherty. Looking on. Big slump buster of a home run.
Ball, that's high.
Simonek thought she had it.
I saw Sandercock the last half inning get squeezed on the same location. It's definitely the top of the strike zone. Foul ball.
Tap to third, Pennington is there. Side retired, but 3 runs across for the Seminoles, and they grab the lead.
Postseason, Anna getting it done. Shellnut drives this ball yard over both fences.
Welcome back to the NCAA Women's College World Series presented by Capital One. Some hardy souls hanging with us. Approaching 1 o'clock local time here in Oklahoma City. For the Florida State Seminoles, a look at their day. They had a game this afternoon. Danny Morgan's go-ahead home run at 3:47. They won it with a walk-off. left the ballpark, back to the hotel, and then returned for their game tonight. And now Anna Shellnut with the go-ahead home run, close to 12:30 a.m. And unfortunately, the way the schedule plays out, the winner of this one is set to play at 3:30 local time later today against a rested Alabama and Montana Fouts, who threw a perfect game last night. That would be 3:30 Eastern, excuse me. Back up the middle. No chance for Flaherty. Avery Hobson is on to lead off the bottom of the third. Sunday Night Baseball is in the Bronx this weekend. Got Sox, got Yanks. 7 Eastern on ESPN and your ESPN app.
Sox won today, 7-3 over your Yankees. Wasn't sure if you got that score update. Wanted to make sure you got it.
Thanks for that update. Smitty's half hurt by that because she reps the Yankees and the Mets.
Which is unheard of. The only person in the world.
That's a whole nother podcast, America. We won't take you down that road. If you've been listening and watching for years, you know.
Pinstripe. Cheering for the team in pinstripes.
They do have pinstripes on, does Oklahoma State tonight as well. How about that little transition to Chelsea Alexander at the plate, 9 spot in the lineup. Florida State had to rally from behind earlier this afternoon. Oklahoma came from behind tonight to eliminate UCLA. And Oklahoma State follows suit, trying to put some pressure on the D. Cat quick out of the circle. Sandercock makes the play, but Hobson moves over on the sacrifice. Top of the order, Kylie Naomi. Struck out on a rise ball in the first. One of 3 Sandercock strikeouts tonight, this morning. Off speed in for a strike.
Second time through the lineup, Sandercock starts to introduce that mix of speeds.
Bunt, and Sandercock throws it away, and a run will score. Short game gets one in.
Oklahoma State just trying to make something happen. Sandercock typically very steady Eddie when it comes to ground balls and making throws, and is just a little rushed on this with the speed. And you can see the throw offline, tough conditions. Lattery tries to dive to make that catch, but that ball goes into right field.
Cheyenne Factor is the tying run now at the dish.
And that was really good backing up by the right fielder Harding, because if she would not have been there, that ball could have gotten all the way down to the corner.
Yeah, she was right there. We've seen that how many times. The error happens down the first baseline. Everybody's running. And that's why Kylie Naomi bunts. I mean, with 1 out, it's very uncharacteristic.
Here's a look at the play again. Wow, she's way inside that line. And there's the backup from Harding.
We got to be in that runner's path. It's in foul territory.
Ball that's up. Ball.
That one misses two, 3-1.
That air rattled Sandercock. That's why she's taking a long time. She's nowhere near the rubber right now. Almost walking all the way down to second base. Taking a breath.
Ha! 3-2. Both pitchers cruised through the first couple of innings, and now both having some trouble here in the third. 3-2 pitch, one out. Let's see if Naomi gets a good running start at first. There she goes. Hit and run was on. The only play is to first. 2 down with Naomi at second.
I love this. We're seeing both teams. Yeah, we've had the long ball, but it's a short game. And especially here, the Women's College World Series, you put the pressure on the defense, and right here, just a perfect execution of a hit and run. And you never know what can happen to the defense when you have movement, instead of just traditionally sitting in the box and swinging away.
Took away the double play right there. Send it down to Holly.
Well, guys, I've been fascinated watching Catherine Sandercock here in this game. She has a very specific routine. She gets the ball in the circle, and then she walks. Jess, you were mentioning that. She walks clear out, and you can see a trail of the chalk. She walks out, turns, gets the signal, walks back. I mean, she's very specific every single time about this. And even if she goes somewhere else and talks to some of her other teammates, she goes right back to her starting point. It's almost like she needs so many steps to get right back into the circle and get her mind right.
You can tell it's very purposeful, taking that breath as she gets back in the circle.
Jamming inside, 0-1.
What's interesting about her, Beth, getting out of the circle, though, is as soon as she leaves that circle, the runner can actually advance. And because she's so purposeful when she's doing it, Oklahoma State at any point can take advantage of that.
Try and time it up.
Yep.
Oh, 2 to Febre. Got her. Side retired, but a run across for the Cowgirls.
Sandercock dropping that pitch down in the dirt, catches Febre waving at him.
Welcome back to the Women's College World Series presented by Capital One. Here with Florida State coach Lonnie Alameda and coach Anna Shelnut has been struggling at the plate this year. What went through your mind when you saw her sky that ball out of this park?
I mean, joy for the kid, you know. I think she was, she's caught every game for us. She's gassed, you know, and she's trying to give every ounce possible for this team right now. So last game, you know, she was like, this is my last at bat, I don't know. And she had tears coming down, and then just pure joy for her.
All right, you talk about it, you know, you guys are gassed right now. You've been here since 10:30 this morning. What are you worried about with your pitching staff right now and just locking in and kind of getting some outs right now?
Yeah, I mean, I think Kat's doing great. The team's right behind her. I mean, this is going to be a dogfight. I don't even know what time it is. I really don't know what day it is, you know, like you're just here getting after it. So I think it's so much fun, you know, and I think they're having fun. Kat's doing a great job in circle, and, you know, Caitlin's ready to go.
It's Sunday, but thank you for asking.
Thanks.
All right, thanks, Coach.
Bye.
Yeah, Sunday morning in Oklahoma City. Win or go home. Florida State leading Oklahoma State 3-1. There's Kaylin, who she referred to, Kaylin Arnold, working her muscles on that right arm. Winner gets Alabama tomorrow afternoon, 3:30 Eastern, so it's 2:30 local.
Ball.
There's a good chance we could get close to 2:30 for the finish of this game. and make for a very challenging turnaround. Logan Simonek, the relief pitcher, starting her first inning. She came on in relief in the third. Harding, Morgan, and Shellnut due up.
Ball.
But as Lonnie Alameda's been telling her team all year, be friends with adversity. And the tough time and the hours tonight, they've been dealing with adversity all year long, trying to befriend it and embrace it. And you're starting to see a little bit of that momentum building, similar to 2018 when they lost their first game, had to come out of the losers bracket. They won 6 in a row. 5 of those elimination games, and beat Washington for the national championship.
And sometimes entering this game in the evening is an advantage for the team that paid in the morning, because they're coming off a victory. The team that's entering from the loss on Friday night, different mentality. But it's also just, you know, it's about reps. Sometimes the more you play, the more ABs you get.
For hitters, it's a huge advantage.
Harding on board to start things off in the fourth.
Pounds this into the ground, and Kylie Naomi comes up a little bit, slips out of her glove.
Score at E6. Second error for the Cowgirls. This is Danny Morgan. Struck out in the second inning. Dirt. And the runner will advance as Harding tumbles into second.
As soon as that ball was dropped by Wright, Harding just taking off. They want to be aggressive. They are looking, how can I get to that next base? Barely got away from Reagan Wright.
Runner in scoring position. Will that change Morgan's strategy here? Harding got the great jump, and then the odd finish as she slides in and touches with the right, pops up.
Took half the dirt with her.
Ball.
So Danny Morgan, who had the home run this afternoon, is she looking to sacrifice here instead of swinging away with a runner on second base?
Sure is. You can't be in this Florida State lineup if you can't bunt. Doesn't matter how powerful of a hitter you are.
There she goes. Got the home run hitter Shellnut on deck. 3-2 count. Look at what a little confidence does. She's back, baby.
The swagger, you could just see
She's working the room.
It's like
Beth when she gets in the booth with us.
3-2 pitch to Morgan. And you see Reagan Wright too, using the backdrop of the black chest protector to signal as opposed to sending out the signals down below. Morgan, slow roller to short. Naomi slings it to first. Good snag by Febri. Keeps her foot on the base. One down. And a Shellnut, the home run swing. And the emotion.
This ball was absolutely crushed. We have yet to see a ball clear both fences. Probably about 270 feet. The strangle at home plate. Can't breathe.
Here you go.
And the outpouring of joy from her coaches and her teammates after that trot. Good change. At the bottom of the zone, 1-1.
That's a pitch that Simonak throws. They call it the UFO. It kind of spins like a, well, a UFO.
Well, what I just called it.
I mean, if you believe in such things.
Smitty gets them all the time where she lives.
Whoa, look out.
Josie Muffley on deck.
She's
checking pulse.
She's pointing out towards
here.
center. Like,
Still here.
hit it that way. Out to center. Hit it that way.
She didn't even see it.
Jammed her. Oh, great effort by Wright. Popped out.
She was nowhere near this. I mean, she used every inch of her to even get her glove there.
Last second, her glove turns over.
Yeah.
She could have kept it open a little bit more. She may have grabbed it. Great effort.
Another 2-strike pitch coming.
This UFO made a landing as it was coming in. You could see the way that it's going to spin. Look at the rotation on it, and it just drops down.
That was really good, Smitty.
Thank you. Thank you. I do my best work at 1 o'clock in the
I was
morning.
going to say, it's the middle of the night, and you're still rolling.
TMI with Aunt Smitty here at the Women's College World Series.
Yeah, I should have left that last part off.
Josie Muffley, bottom of the order. Walked and scored back in the third. when they put up a 3 spot. Kenny Gajewski is coming up after the break with Holly Rowe. There are usually hijinks and shenanigans going on behind Kenny from the team during his interview, so stick around for that. They put on a good show. Naomi, good range at short. Side retired. 3-1. Knowles.
Welcome back to the Women's College World Series presented by Capital One, here with Oklahoma State coach Kenny Gajewski. And coach, you guys have had a long day here today, but you're pitching very well. You made a change, and Simonik has been terrific. What did you think when you brought her in?
Well, we just had to, you know, it's a do or die game. We've just got to make a change, and we're going to keep going on that until we can figure this out. But she's throwing well. She's been here. She's done this. So I think she'll keep throwing well.
Florida State's feisty. They're putting runners on. They're manufacturing with the small game. How do you guys be good defensively in these moments?
We just got to stay with us and do our thing. I mean, that's the bottom line. They're really good. They're experienced, and they're well coached. We just got to keep doing what we do. We'll be fine.
This has taken every ounce of my professionalism to pay attention to what you said, Coach, because do you know what's happening?
No, but I don't even want to know, to be very honest.
That's the best.
Raquel Dominguez shotgunning a water bottle yesterday.
Upped her
now
game.
Double trouble behind Coach Gajewski tonight. Entertaining America.
Cheers to yourself.
Oh, yeah.
Let's get hydrated, folks.
Yeah, he wants his team to be loose and enjoy themselves and play free. Have a lot of fun.
Looking to make up the deficit here. They're down a couple as we move to the bottom of the 4th. Haley Busby. It's 4-5-6 due up. They got a run across in the 3rd. And now some confusion on the swing. I think Haley thought she tipped this one. Let's see.
Yeah, she did tip it.
Did.
Oh.
But it is incredible the number of Cowgirl hitters who have swung at a pitch that is it's dropping in the dirt.
We saw a swing last inning that actually was in the dirt. Bat in the dirt.
When do we get replay? The Women's College World Series.
Hopefully soon, huh?
That would help.
Experimented with it this year at the SEC tournament, so got some good data from that to hopefully move forward one day soon with some replay here in certainly in the NCAA tournament or at the Women's College World Series. Can't be far off. Another opportunity here for Busby. 0-2 count.
Part of this Oklahoma State identity is 3 of their main players are transfers. Millie Busby coming over from Virginia. Allison Febrey, who hits before her, Georgia, and Carrie Eberle, argues their #1 pitcher, Virginia Tech. They'll help make up their identity, add more to the team, the program.
And that will get through the left side. Base hit Busby. Tying run will come to the plate. First hit for her at the World Series.
A good adjustment by Busby after swinging at a pitch that was in the dirt. Waits for the pitch to be brought up by Sandercock and just drives it through the 5-6 hole. Second inning in a row that the Pokes have started off with a base hit.
Hobson singled to start third, came in to score. Sydney Pennington.
Ball.
Of her 55 pitches have been strikes, but she has really slowed down her rhythm here the last couple of innings after quick work through the first 2. And as Holly reported, she's 10 yards out of the pitcher's circle every time. Oklahoma State trying to get after her for the 2nd inning in a row. That's in for a strike, 2-1.
Sandercock's starting to lose that changeup up in the zone. A couple of pitches to Pennington that have been elevated on that pitch.
Checked foul. 3-2. Pennington to second. This could be 2. Oh, and it gets away from Mason, but Busby will hang it first after the line out.
I don't know where Busby was going. I thought she was maybe stealing because she got so far off the bag with the line drive. Ball in the air was right in front of her.
You gotta check that and see that. Sneak a peek.
There's Carly Petty.
Ball.
Carly walked in the second. Petty out to left. Mudge. 2 down. We started out with 8 teams here at the Women's College World Series. Soon we'll be down to 4 in the national semifinals, which will get underway 1 Eastern on ESPN. James Madison in Oklahoma, followed by Alabama and the winner of this game. The Dukes and the Tide only need to win once tomorrow. The others have to win a doubleheader. Actually have to win twice. You may have to play a game, watch the other side play, and then come back. One over to Reagan Wright.
Ball.
Sherrill at third. Side retired. 4 complete and a 2-run Florida State lead.
We can lose the battle, but we gon' win the war. I'm from the bottom, I'm that uncut, real raw. When things get tough, that's when we show up. That's when we show out. That's when we show love.
To the 5th inning. Seminoles and Cowgirls for a spot in the national semifinals and a 3-1 lead for Florida State. FSU won 5 straight Women's College World Series elimination games dating back to their championship in 2018. Oklahoma State looking to get back to the national semifinals for the first time since the late 90s. Michelle Smith, I think we found out you played in the semis 1 year, right? When you were in Stillwater?
Yeah. Back in the late 80s. Back in Sunnyvale, California.
Oh, the legendary coach Sandy Fisher. There was a time when they were regular trips to the Women's College World Series. Got away from that for a while, and now Kenny Gajewski is bringing it back. On the ropes right now, and the day is getting late. Early on this Sunday morning. 0-2 to Mudge.
Strike 3.
One down.
Pitch on the outside corner. Looks like it was an over-the-top drop.
Looks like a screwball.
Yeah,
That spin.
Little down, little out.
Simonek's been solid since she's come on in relief. Has retired 6. One other reached on an error, so hasn't given up a hit since she's come on. Facing the top of the order here for the first time.
Ball.
3-0.
Well, Beth, to your point about Sandy Fisher, this program, you know, back in the day when I played in the late 80s, early 90s, I think we lost in my 4 years one time to Oklahoma. And when Patty Gasso was hired at Oklahoma, they built her a stadium. You could just feel the tide start to change. And Sandy Fisher left the program, a couple of other coaches, but Kenny Gajewski has righted the ship and has done a really good job, good support from the university.
Bedlam developing into a good rivalry. State got a win off of Oklahoma this year. Sooners took the other 4, right? They met up again in the Big 12 Tournament Championship. And both made it here to Oklahoma City. The 1-seed Sooners still alive. It'll be the 16th year of the championship series. The top seed has only won this thing 5 times. They've made it to the finals half the time, but only won at 5. And the Sooners have James Madison tomorrow. One and 2 to Mason.
Ball.
Blocked, but Mudge will be able to move. Wild pitch gets her into scoring position. Excuse me, Cheryl. And now Mason can pad the lead here. 2-2 pitch. Kai checks the runner. 2 down. Let's go down to Holly.
Well, Michelle, you're talking about people investing in Oklahoma State softball, and I have a feeling that their new president who takes over in the next month might be the right person to get all that done in a possible new stadium. Let's put that out there. Dr. Casey Schrum actually spent the rain delay with the team out in their locker room, taking pictures, hanging out with them for several hours. She's here late into the night, front row seat, and she is a huge softball fan.
Well, Holly, she actually was a softball pitcher. She is from the state of Oklahoma. I love the fact that she was hanging out with the team. She actually went to a softball camp that Sandy Fisher had actually when I was in school at Oklahoma State University.
You could have been teaching her.
Yeah, I could have been. But I love the fact she's invested in obviously the entire university. She was the president of the medical school in Tulsa and was just named the president, first female president of Oklahoma State University, and a huge softball fan. Looking forward to seeing her support of Kenny Gajewski and the program and building them a new stadium.
You're already putting the pressure on.
Helping fundraise.
Wow.
Oh,
yeah.
So
they just showed us some pictures in our ISO monitor, and it's getting late, so we thought that was on program of Michelle Smith when she played back at Oklahoma State.
She just did admit she's older than the school president, so
yes, I
there
am.
is that. Grounded to third, and that'll take care of it.
We need to bring those pictures. It's called a tease,
Can
folks.
Smitty inspire the Pokes? They need some runs. Nice shaker sweater. How about some web gems? Not on the field, but just off of it. Great work from the fans tonight. Look at that one. Hugging it out. But wait, there's more. Down the left field line.
All the softballers in the house, and I love that they're bringing their gloves. We got more with the wall.
I love
with
this one.
the wall.
Look at the excitement.
They were in the dog pile.
It's like she robbed a home run.
I believe that was the only time that Bailey Hemphill has been retired in the World Series.
Oh, this is great.
She's ready. Send one her way.
That's what it's all about.
I don't know if it will reach her with the lefty slapper. She's out in right center, about 230 away from home plate. Hobson singled, scored in the third. Got her. One down. Coming up on Sports Center, top moments from Oklahoma City. Maybe they'll run those web gems again for us. A reaction from the Bucks Nets, game 1. Boston and New York, Sox and Yanks battling twice. Actually, both sports from Boston and New York battling today. Sports Center next, right here on ESPN and the ESPN app. They'll probably also break down Smitty's mullet that you were privy to that last half inning. Oh, it's dropped at first base by Flaherty. And a base runner for Oklahoma State. And they'll get the tying run to the plate.
Seen a lot of errors tonight. This is another one, and it's a simple throw, easy catch. I mean, maybe dropping a little, but Devin Flaherty knows she can make that catch. Plain catch, looking a lot harder as we go in the middle of the night on this Saturday night.
E4. I believe that's 2 per side now this morning. Gets him to the top of the order. Reached on that other error, charged to Sandercock, throwing to first. It's outside the line.
Sandercock continues to befuddle these Cowgirl hitters. Just 2 hits given up. Excuse me, 3 hits now given up.
Ball. And a runner into scoring position. Alexander hustles down to second.
Yeah, and check that. It is still 2 hits. The scoreboard was wrong. And so third time through the lineup, it will be interesting to see if Oklahoma State can make those adjustments. They've been swinging a lot of pitches out of the zone, and that's really the sign of a great pitcher, right? When you get to the postseason, what do good pitchers do? What do the Cat Ostermans of the world do?
Make a chase.
Yeah, they make you swing at balls and watch strikes come through the zone.
Deception. Yeah. Talk a lot about velocity, a lot about movement, rightly so, but it's deception is that third piece of the triangle, allows you to be a great pitcher.
Ball.
3-1. Getting closer to the home run power in the lineup here.
Ball.
2 on for Cheyenne Factor coming up, who does have a home run in this World Series. And these are 2 freebies. One reached on an error and one walked to get on. A line out to second, a ground out to second. They are hitless so far tonight with runners on base. Let's take you back to Thursday night and that win against Georgia.
And Factor gets a rise ball up in the zone and just drives it out of the yard. That one off of Mary Wilson Avan. Her 6th home run of the year.
Two on with one out. And a 2-run deficit, trying to extend their season and reach the semis later today.
Ball that's low.
She went for the barehanded grab. Ouch.
They gave her the ball anyway.
Gave her the ball back. That's awesome.
That's so cool.
Look at
Harding. It ricocheted off her hands when she went to catch it. I think it went back on the field and they got it for her.
Harding tossed that one up. The right fielder. Now a photo opportunity. 1-2 pitch to Factor. 2-2.
That's a really good take on a 1-2 pitch, trying to expand the zone.
That's one of the biggest adjustments I'm seeing now. You mentioned 3rd time through the order, it's the takes.
Still see the moisture in the outfield. Cooler weather. If that ball gets out there on the green, it's going to be tough to get it in.
Ball.
Full count. Tough to get it into where you want it to go.
Yeah, that's true.
It might come in, but
might have to kick it in.
or nail someone in the 3rd row.
Loses the grip on the ball and cannot get it in. And now they've got the second base runner hung up and tagged out. Alexander scored. And the tying run, Naomi tagged out halfway home.
Factor just driving this ball inside out, and it gets onto that wet grass. The throw coming in is going to be offline. Oklahoma State picking up a run, but I'm not quite sure what Naomi was thinking on this. The play's in front of her, and you could see it wasn't going to get past Shelnut. That is a huge mistake.
It's tying run.
Big miscue there. It remains a Florida State lead.
Runners at 1st and 3rd with 1 out. Your number 3 hitter, Allison Febri, up to bat.
Febri's 0 for 2, has struck out twice.
really the runner that should have been trying to advance is Cheyenne Factor, right? Trying to potentially go, because you know the ball's probably wet. So Naomi should have been sticking at third and helping protect so that Factor could get to second.
Well, you think back to last night and the great play that Odyssey Alexander made, diving towards home plate to tag out the pinch runner, Scotland David, preventing a run from coming in that would have tied the game late. Dukes ended up winning it.
Well, to your point, Beth, that was another base running error on a squeeze. There was hesitation. She didn't come right off the pitch.
Ball.
And was tagged out. And Jess, you know how it is. If you hesitate at all in this game, you're toast.
Well, can they make up for it here with Febri, Busby, and Pennington? They're into the heart of their lineup.
Febri cheating a little with her front side. 2 strikes. She's opened up that front side and really early, and even 68 miles an hour.
Struck her out. All she could do was wave at it. Oklahoma State gets one in, but denied the tying run. Knowles still up 1.
The NCAA Women's College World Series is presented by Capital One. What's in your wallet?
Well, there is one positive to these late ball games. You can just sleep over and you're good to go for the national semifinals that get underway at 1 o'clock tomorrow afternoon.
Aww.
Especially if you're a Sooner fan. Just play through. Sooners and Dukes tomorrow. Another great day, over 12,000, close to 13,000 in attendance. When the hour was a little bit more decent. That is the 5th error of the ball game combined for both these sides. Oh, check that. They're going to give it a single.
I don't know if I agree with that. In and out of the glove. Clarity's happy about it.
Yeah. Call us old school, but in our day, you touched it, you bought it.
Absolutely.
Kaylee Harding struck out in the 2nd, reached on an error in the 4th. All 3 runs for Florida State coming in a big 3rd inning. Anchored by the Anna Shellnut solo home run that got it started.
UFO, there it is, coming in for Landon.
That one hovered, I think. It just, it did.
It's so hard to identify, isn't it?
I
thought I could sneak it by you at 1:46 a.m. local time. I thought,
I'm still listening to you.
You guys are good,
still
man.
paying attention.
Good.
All your clients.
I think it's been a 5-meal day for me. Probably 7 for you at this point, Jess. Just eating through.
Some people drink coffee. Get me another meal.
Oh, 0-2 pitch to Harding. Hit and run was on. Oh, that's what I'm talking about right there.
Where do we get some of that?
You think it's kettle corn? What do you think it is?
I think it's just your buttery popcorn. Kettle corn comes in the plastic.
He's done some damage on that box, too. He's reaching deep. He's down to the bottom. That's a good box of corn right there. Yes.
See most of his arm.
That is one of my favorite things.
Strike three.
Freshly popped corn. Punch out. One down. Simonek's been tough since she's come on.
That's that UFO change up again. The spin, the rotation on it. Look at the way she spins it underneath. It's almost a rise ball spin, which gives it that deceptive quality, coming in about 53, 54 miles an hour.
There's Danny Morgan. Chopped back to the circle. Over to first, 2 down. Flaherty into scoring position. And here comes Anna Shellnut, a home run and a strikeout.
Now batting the catcher, number 14, Anna Shellnut.
Anna Shellnut, big home run, her first at bat, put Florida State on the road. How far did she hit it? She cleared 2 fences. In fact, it was 270 feet and pick up the exit velo. Is this the debut of exit velocity in a softball game? 76 miles an hour. Came in at 66, so she turned that thing around with 10 to go.
Checking the runner, Pennington over to first. Makes the play anyways. 3-2 to the bottom of the 6th we go.
All the home runs here at the Women's College World Series. We're spraying them everywhere. We've got different distances, different teams, different colors, depending on who you are, where you hit it, how far it went. Some were out of the screen, they were hit so high. I want to get to the big one of tonight. Anna Shellnut.
Look at that.
19 home runs, 234. The velo, I love that. Exit velocity, 72 miles an hour, just gives you an indication. Average is in like the upper 60s, so obviously they're crushing it. Think about what the ball comes in at. Catherine Sandercock tonight, throwing in the low 70s. Get to contact, it's going to leave about the same.
So what we've determined is obviously the different size, the softball and the baseball, and 100 is the number really in the major leagues. That's a hot exit velo, so it's about 70 for softball. Is a really good hot shot. And so those home runs, those taters been getting out quick.
It's cool to see, though, the variance of home runs. I mean, we've seen, you know, a Bailey Hemphill hit like a line drive that clears it by like a foot, gets out of here in 2 seconds. The long shot of Maya Brady into the night, couldn't even see where it landed. What's the variance of home run hitter?
Yeah.
I mean, Mackenzie Donahue at 5'3", Oklahoma. She's had 3 today. Girls that are watching.
She's leading the World Series, isn't she, in home run balls?
Yep.
She was a 145 hitter last year and made some changes. Credits her teammates for helping her through. Winner of this one, it's a quick turnaround to face Alabama. And Bailey Hemphill and Kaylee Tao and Montana Fouts. You see Montana got a congratulatory tweet from Joe Namath. Very nice.
Way cool.
Another Alabama guy, yeah.
My dad was super excited about it too. Maybe more than Montana.
That's one of the things we love. All the other athletes that you know, have these on in MLB clubhouses, or they're watching their teams along the way.
Eduardo Perez.
Yeah. Oh, he's still up with us?
MLB analyst,
Hello.
Florida State alum, is hanging in. He's East Coast. He's out in Florida. Actually, he might be in Bristol. He's doing baseball tonight, tomorrow.
Fair ball. Pennington thought about second, but Harding got over there in a hurry out at right. Holds her to the single. And the tying run is aboard.
Simple swing. I love just recognizing where the pitch is going to be, adjusting as you've seen them throw you consistently, low, away. Meet the ball, drive down the line, get yourself a hit.
First World Series hit for Sydney. There you go. Montana Fouts, wow, respected. She gave credit to her Bama teammates first. And I heard it was on her 21st birthday. Yes, it was. 21 outs for your 21st birthday for the first perfect game at the World Series in 21 years. Got to throw the roll tide in to finish.
Love it.
Macy Kunkanen is your pinch runner, and that is the tying run of the game right now in the bottom of the 6th. They've only got 4 more outs to work with, facing the 1-run deficit and facing elimination. Petty swings through it. One-two pitch. Petty extends the at-bat.
Sandy Cook's done a good job tonight of not really allowing Oklahoma State to connect the dots. She'll give up a hit here or there, but not allowing them to pass the bat.
Stops them.
Big strikeout for Cat. 2 down.
I like how much she worked Carly Petty down in the zone, down in the zone. In fact, Petty kept fouling him off her shins because of the drop ball. And what does she do to finish her off? She comes upstairs, the sneaky rise ball, after going down in the zone to get her for the K, swinging underneath.
Now it's Reagan Wright with 2 outs. To short, Muffley fires to first, got her. Still a 1-run lead as we move to the 7th. Thanks so much for staying with us tonight, folks. It's been a long day, and we want you to decide, are they here for the night game or are they already here for tomorrow's game with the Sooners and JMU. Softball fans, and they're the best. They are the best, and it's been a great week so far at the Women's College World Series. And we are winding down elimination Saturday and into Sunday morning. One down in the top of the 7th. Florida State is 3 outs away from eliminating Oklahoma State. One more chance still to come in the bottom of the inning for the Cowgirls. Let's check in with Holly Rowe.
Well, guys, we always talk about it's hard to come out of that loser's bracket to win a national championship, but one team that has a lot of experience, only 3 have done it in history, but one of them is Florida State. They're playing late tonight, but this team has so many of their alum.
Foul ball. That certainly looked to be over the base.
Well, I think it hit the glove. There's an argument that's being made right now. Because if it hit the glove of Pennington in fair territory.
Back in the box now. No!
Nope. I don't think it got it.
No.
It's a foul ball. It just looks like it changes direction, but that's just the spin. This is the best look right here to see if Pennington gets a glove on it, because if she does, it's fair. Oh, she does.
Yes.
Great slow motion look there, and she knows it on her face. Oh. Oklahoma State got a big break there.
The 0-1 to Mudge.
Ball.
Now, of course, we have the advantage of super slow motion to see.
Well, and that's the other factor of it being at 2 o'clock in the morning, not just for the athletes, but also the umpires. It's been a long day for everybody.
Yep. Shout out to all the folks behind the scenes here with us as well. Our camera guys, our folks up here in the booth with us, out in the truck compound. Putting in a long day's work, and we greatly appreciate it. Beautiful pictures, the sights and sounds with the fans back at full capacity.
Yes.
Here at the Women's College World Series.
Well, it was call time today for a lot of people. 7 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah.
Go 24 hours almost. We hit past 2 a.m. local.
Hundreds of
Is that a 19-hour day right now?
Look at you with your math. Only took you 20 seconds.
It took me a long time to get it. She tried to barehand that. Fair ball.
Why? I know there's a slapper, the speed. The amount of time it would have taken her to flip the glove. Yeah, this doesn't make any sense. Sixth error.
We'll bring up Sydney Sherrill now with one on.
Garth Brooks song. Shameless, right?
Is
Garth Brooks? He's an alumni from Oklahoma State University.
On a hug there, and Lauren Simonek with the pitching change with one out here in the 7th. Oh, the third pitcher of the day is Carrie Eberly, the senior from Charlotte, North Carolina. One down here in the top of the 7th with a base runner on, and Sydney Sherrill at the plate. Trying to hold this to a 1-run lead so that Oklahoma State can try and walk it off in the bottom. Florida State got here with a walk-off win earlier today. Win or go home for these two teams. Sherrill deep down the line, drifting over toward the wall, and Alexander makes a nice catch. Runner will tag, and sliding in safe at second is Mudge.
You know what's crazy is Kaylee Mudge was actually way off the bag, came back to tag. So this is a foul ball, going to be way in the far corner, but Mudge wasn't tagging right now. She had to go back, touch, then come, caught them off guard because she wasn't tagging from the get-go. Had she been, they would have been yelling. It's almost like a sneak attack, sliding in there to second.
Elizabeth Mason.
Ball.
And Mudge will come all the way in to score. Aggressive on the bases, and they get an insurance run.
This is so Florida State. This is how they win games. We show you the long ball, we show you the big hits, but watch the down angle. As soon as she sees the ball is being dropped, the rushed throw by Reagan Wright, because of that pressure, allows for this run to score. That was completely manufactured by an error. See a dead ball off the foot of Elizabeth Mason, but you gotta understand this is an error, a tag. Another
Wild
error
pitch.
just by literally trying to take third base on a drop ball.
Haley Mudge making something out of nothing.
She's reenacting her running. It's going like this, so fast.
Ball.
And I think the start of it, too, is Chelsea Alexander made that great catch down in left field, and then there was no communication. She threw the ball into Naomi, and Naomi was very slow getting the ball over to Petty at second base when Mudge was tagging up. And, yeah, when you take that extra 60 feet, you make great things happen.
Mason's bat on the swing and the follow through. Double tapped. Pennington. Another run across for Florida State. A 2-run advantage to the bottom of the 7th. The storylines for Florida State. They've won 5 straight World Series elimination games over the last couple of years. Oklahoma State trying to get to the semis for the first time in a long time. Knowles took a similar path to win the national championship in 2018. Winner comes back later today to take on the Crimson Tide of Alabama, who are 2-0. Last chance for the Pokes. 8, 9, and 1 due up. Avery Hobson, a single and a run scored in the 3rd, struck out in the 5th.
She used the ground to get that single. Florida State pulled in even more than they were her prior at bat. Really squeezing.
0-2. ball. Missed it away. Over the head of Sandercock, and safe at first, and the tying run will come to the plate as Hobson leads it off with a single.
They were already way in. I mean, look at almost even with the pitcher, the middle infielders, and watch the placement, because you got to understand Hobson being able to read exactly that, get the perfect spot. I mean, really, there's no other place to go to force Flaherty to have to come up the middle, and no chance to get her at first base.
Chelsea Alexander. The sacrifice reached on an error and scored. Senior trying to keep her career going.
Five seniors in this lineup for Oklahoma State. 6 now that Eberly is in the game. Trying to roll it over. Put on that uniform for another day.
I believe that was a foul ball.
It was way foul. Mason, I can't, down to second base.
Yeah. Still 0-2. Drifting out of play. Nice scoop catch, little basket. One down.
109 pitches in, and Sandercock's got some fire in her. The celebration after the rise ball. So many foul balls to get to this point, and I love the reaction. You see the spin, the miss, and the reacts.
Top of the order. Kylie Naomi has reached a couple times. Yet to get a hit tonight. Grounded to Cheryl, to second for one, over to first. Double play! And Florida State is moving on to the national semifinals.
Sandercock using her defense. Cheryl to Flannery to Mason for the double play. Long day for the Noles, but they get it done. A great turn to end this game.
It's been the defense that's been the weak link for both of these teams in this game, but of course it's the defense full circle that gets it done to end this game and the win for Florida State.
Just before 2:20 a.m. local time. Elimination Saturday finally ends early Sunday morning. And the semifinals are set as Florida State eliminates Oklahoma State 4-2, the final. Kat Sandercock, an 8-strikeout performance. And Anna Shellnut, the solo home run, got it started. Our Capital One rewarding performance, another good pitching performance tonight from Kat.
Sandercock using all of her pitches, using the low pitch and then the rise ball. Really mixing speeds and just keeping Oklahoma State off balance. Ends that game with the double play.
Let's send it down to Holly Rowe.
Well, Catherine Sandercock, you were just as fired up at 2:15 in the morning as you were when you started this game. How did you have that in you to get this win and get to the semifinals tomorrow?
I was just trying to stay in it one pitch at a time, and I just kept telling myself, pitch your heart out, and I think that's what we did. I think that we played our hearts out tonight, and I'm really proud of us. It was a great team effort. It was a great team win, and I mean, it happened in the middle of the night, which is pretty cool. Be a great story.
It will be a great story, except tomorrow's going to be a challenge. How do you guys come back on short rest and face a team like Alabama tomorrow? What will it take?
I think the entire team is going to go home, get some rest, get our legs up, get some good nutrition in our bodies, and just get ready to get after it tomorrow. It's one pitch mentality, it's a fight, and we're ready to fight. I'm really excited.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.